Hey guys, how you doing? Chris here from Chris's Treasure Chest. Just wanted to do a short video today on shipping charges on, I hope you guys can see me okay, shipping charges from Canada on eBay. Now, I use Canada Post, and I use it for all my North American, so US and Canada. Now, so you know, compared to rates in the US, eBay or Canada Post in Canada is quite a bit more expensive to ship to the US. Now, it's all done by weight. So when I'm usually looking for stuff to buy and sell, I'm looking for something that's going to fall into the 500 gram to 1 kilogram range, 32 centimeters by 28 centimeters by 10 centimeters high, around that size. And I'll tell you why. If you stay in those parameters, shipping pretty much anywhere in Canada is going to be around $10 to $12, $13, as high as $14 for the buyer. Now, that includes full tracking and insurance up to $100 for the item. So everybody's probably asking, why are you shipping like that? Why aren't you shipping at it with a different type of rate with Canada Post? Is because if the item doesn't get there, okay, the buyer will file a claim against you via PayPal or eBay, and then they will ask you to generate proof of delivery, okay? And when you cannot provide the proof of delivery, what will happen is PayPal will reverse the funds automatically to the buyer, so the seller is always out of luck. That is the reason why I ship with tracking and insurance. There's a lot of scammers out there that try to take advantage of you and say the item never arrived. But if you have the tracking, say, yeah, it's right here. It was delivered by Canada Post to this house at this date, and they won't reverse it. Now, other thing you can do to increase your protection is usually for about $1.50 per item, you can ask for signature, proof of signature, where they have to actually sign for the item by a Canada Post delivery guy at the door, or even if it's dropped at a post office via P.O. Box as well. Now, let's go back to US. So staying along those parameters, 500 grams up to 1 kilogram, same size box. In the US, we have to ship it track package, okay? Now, track package, all right, it will cost the American buyer anywhere from 19 to 24, 25 bucks. It's expensive, guys, I know. But you got to protect yourself again, and you got to remember Canadian dollar versus American dollar, okay? If you put the dollar into effect here, it's pretty much what the Canadian price is. So I really don't have any issue shipping in the US that way, especially unique items, things that people want, okay? Common items like video games and stuff like that, I cannot compete. You know, guys are throwing $1.50, $2.50 stamps on an envelope, and away they go in the US from state to state. Can't do it here. That's why I don't sell video games. Now, let's get over the 1 kilogram mark and up. 2 kilograms, 3, all the way up. Canada, once you hit that from coast to coast, you're about 22 bucks, 23 bucks, 25 bucks, 26 bucks, depending where it's going, what province, okay? In the States now, it gets real tricky. Now it's big bucks to ship stuff, okay? Because now it's over the Canada Post track package size. Now it goes to expedited sales because it's over 1 kilogram. And this is what kills us in Canada, okay? Now you're looking at an item that will ship $22 in Canada over 1 kilogram is now up to maybe $50, $40, $50 in the US. I know it's a bunch of crap, I get it, but that's what it is. So I try to limit the sizes of stuff I buy. Now, I do buy unique stuff that is heavier that the Americans will buy. I'll give it, actually, this is a good one. I don't ship overseas, very rarely. I got, this is a novelty item. It's a pair of plastic toy glasses. They got some wipers on it and lights flash. yeah, I don't know. I think I sold it for $29.99. I bought it for $7. Okay. A guy in Denmark bought it, and as soon as I see that a guy in Denmark bought it, I went, "Oh boy, the shipping's going to be crazy." So this time I didn't say anything. I sent him this final invoice, and 5-day shipping, international tracking to Denmark is $88 Canadian. And I thought to myself, he's never going to pay for it. The guy did. It was an item he can't get there, unique to the North American market, and he wanted it, and he paid for the shipping. There are instances like that. So sometimes people will pay for the shipping, especially vintage old items, items that people can't get anymore. But stuff that you're competitive on, video games, DVDs, books, it's very hard to sell to the U.S. So basically, it's Canadian market. Now, in the U.S., what they have is eBay International Shipping, I think it's called. And what they do is, it's kind of like Amazon, where it goes to a centralized location in somewhere in the States, and then they ship it globally, wherever, Canada included. And they're in charge of it, and if anything happens, they receive it back, and they credit the guys and whatever. In Canada, we don't have that yet, and I am waiting for that, and I hope it will be coming soon. I've been looking on some boards, and I don't know when or how. I've asked eBay a couple of times when I've called, but they don't have an answer for me. So, okay, other people are probably asking in the video, what about UPS? What about Purolator? I looked into them, and they're not very much different than Canada Post. Canada Post is a lot easier. It's connected to eBay. It's kind of nice that it works in conjunction with them. And I have never had an issue. But that's the gist of it on shipping, especially from Canada on eBay. Another person asked me, condition, how do I list my stuff? And I'll tell you, I'm honest in my listings. I bought a Logitech mouse the other day. I picked it up. I didn't have the transmitter with it, USB transmitter. So there's no way of me testing it. So I listed it for $49.99, and I put as is. I don't have the transmitter, and I can't test it. So I guess this guy saw the ad, and he got, this is a $149 mouse, computer mouse. He bought it right away, shipped it, he got it the other day, and he sent me a message going, "Hey, I got my thing, thank you for the fast shipping, but the one button doesn't work." And I said, "Did you read the listing? The item was shipped as is." And then he wrote back going, "Oh, I didn't realize that." So, you've got to put details. Have you tested it? Yes. How you tested it? What did you test it with? If it's got 5-6 features, you tested 3 features, but you couldn't test the other 2 because you're not able to, put that in your listing. Let the more information you have for the buyer, the less headaches you will have on returns, or bad negative feedback, or just headaches every day answering these emails. Okay. Other thing I wanted to talk about is when an item is purchased. Like I said before, I do a lot of buy it now or best offer. And in my listing, I ask for instant payment. I don't check it off all the time, but I ask for it just in case they're going to buy 2 items and they want me to combine shipping on them. That way, I can send a final invoice, and it's a lot easier for me and them. But yeah, I think that's about it on the shipping side, guys. But I was trying to think of if another story in the U.S. if I've ever had an issue. One guy, there was an item where the shipping was more expensive than the thing I was selling, and it is what it is. I was honest with the guy, and he appreciated it. But again, make sure your listings have excellent descriptions. I don't remember maybe the 3rd or 4th video I ever did. I bought a under-the-counter DVD CD player. Picked it up. I thought it worked. It's about a $200 item, Canadian, and I took it home, tested it out. The radio works, the tuner works, but the DVD player doesn't work. It just scans. So I had that on, and a guy in Texas bought it, and he was having an issue with converting over to Canadian and whatnot. And he sent me his phone number, and I called him, and as we were talking, I told him, I said, the item doesn't work, right? He goes, "No, I didn't know that." I go, "Did you read the listing?" He goes, "No, it's kind of hard on my phone." So there's an incident where this guy's going to pick it up, pay $40 for shipping, for item doesn't work, and he would get it, and then he's crap shit out of luck because he can't return it or come back to me because in my listing it said it didn't work, it's for parts. So again, make sure your listings are very clear of the description. And pictures. I think there's 12 pictures you can leave for free on your listings. Take all 12. Don't take one picture. If it's a game, open the game up, lay it out with all the board pieces as you were to play it. Put that your feature photo. Then take a picture of the instructions, the box, whatever you have. The more you have, the better you advertise and market your item, it will sell for more money over the next listing where the description's not as great or the picture's not as great. Anyways, guys, I'm going to run out of time here. I've got a bunch of listing to do and packing. Like the video, thumbs up, please. Please subscribe. Send me any more comments. Again, keep looking for videos. This is Chris from Chris's Treasure Chest. We'll talk to you guys later, all right? See ya.